And here we are, Viking up against Virtus.pro, where Viking one game up in this two-game series, taking down Virtus.pro in that previous match in quite some style. Significant battle between them, but a completely different game, completely different draft. Lacoste, what are you looking forward to in this laning phase as it begins?
I'm just looking what they are going to lane on the mid. We discussed it on the panel like 30 seconds ago. Bloodseeker has some shared tangos, but so does Ember Spirit.
Well, we'll see where they head. Is there anything that either of these don't want to deal with? Well, we'll come back in a second. Mastermind not going to get hit by the arrow. Save not as good as Cube so far.
That does not look good.
So it seems like it's going to be Bloodseeker on the mid.
I do put the Bloodseeker mid. And that means Ember down bottom of the Undying. Bone 7 here with 3 mantles of intelligence. Smart boy on the Skywrath Mage, pairing up with Cube.
What would your starting intelligence be, Gary, if you were a hero?
2.
It's pretty generous.
I know. I'm a generous boy. So yeah, they do put Bone 7 on this kind of position 3 Sky. Cube is the position 4 Pango. Not out of the ordinary. Maybe a little bit to the naked eye. But knowing that Coop is that position for Pango spammer, Pango player, maybe they shift farm priority a little bit his way, though, this game. Definitely a possibility. Save going to be dragging waves back. They're stacking it up twice, making it look nice. Give something for that Omni Knight to fall back on.
Yeah, the bottom lane you're playing against Undying, who will harass you a lot. He steals your strength, which means also the damage, so it's kind of harder. But I'm looking forward to see what Bone 7 can do as the off-lane Skywrath Mage.
Yeah, absolutely. And here comes the double wave bottom. Save now shifts in towards mid. And he went for the boots first. No Bassi into bottle build. Looking for the arrow. No one already expending that tornado. Frost not really bothered by that one at all. Just drops his shoulder, moves off to the right-hand side, and he's perfectly fine.
Right now, it seems like they're sharing the last hits on the top lane. Coupe and Bone 7.
I think,
or just giving farm priority to Pangolier instead.
Yeah, I was wondering that as well. I think potentially here the idea is give Coop the Javelin as quickly as possible, and then he can play that kind of hard roaming Pangolier, and then Bone 7 can get the Nulls or the Atos or whatever he decides to build into.
Because Pangolier is such a great hero against the Phantom Lancer and the Illusions with Swashbuckle, especially if he can get that Maelstrom.
Oh, yeah, got Maelstrom straight up queued on Cube. That's fair enough.
Also, he has a lot of regen. He has 5 tangos, some extra from Mango, plus a healing salve. So he's not gonna get harassed that much. And I like what they just did. So it's gonna be kind of position 4, Skywrath Mage, who had a good start, got some extra items, and he will keep harassing him. Also, they're running low on regen on VP's side. Only 2 flasks and 1 tango to work with.
And nothing here that Solo can do to stop this barrage of magic damage, right? Blinding Light is very good against the right clicks, the physical damage, but Skywrath is just pumping out these arcane bolts non-stop.
Mirana lurking around the mid lane with the arrow from behind and double damage, but it does not connect.
Yeah, Save has missed 3 or 4 in a row now, not finding any connections. Leaps forward with the nice combo from Invoker there. Cold Snap into Tornado, allowing the second Cold Snap as Frost lands. Clips him with the EMP, but does not get the kill. Salve back up, mangoed by the Undying. At the same time, Mastermind 17-4 on this Ember Spirit, crushing the bottom lane thanks to the Undying's initial help.
Yeah, Mirana was moving around, which means that Ember Spirit will have a good time, 2 versus 1. But right now, as game progresses, Omni Knight will get solo levels, which means that he will be the one harassing. Only 1 flask left to work with on the bottom lane. And I see that he's bringing up Orb of Venom, so he wants to go for kill on the bottom.
Very nice. We'll see what he gets done with it. Undying is still chasing Mirana. Look at him go. Flash and save. Dancing around in the dire jungle. That's Bone 7. Sorry, Scriv, that's my fault. Bone 7 found by the VP Phantom Lancer. A level 1 across all of his spells on PL. Does get that Phantom Rush going. Save is having such a rough time, you know, not landing arrows early on, then being hounded by an Undying, literally just following you. Move command onto this Mirana non-stop for the past minute. No sneaky moves for Save's Mirana.
That's what usually happens in pubs when your teammate wants to ruin a game. Just clicks move on you.
Yeah. Just move command. See what happens.
He is ruining Mirana's game at the moment.
Absolutely is. Save doesn't really have a job to complete, but Flash needs the Soul Rip to stay alive. A quick little Searing Chains from Mastermind holds them back. And now Rezo with Save. Bounty Rune spawning. Should be able to grab both of them here, the Mirana. Very nicely done. Bone 7 gets the double top. And no one continues doing decently mid. 25-6 against the 24-4. Still a pretty even farm trade there between the Bloodseeker and the Invoker.
There's already a Javelin on Pangolier, so there's going to be some extra damage, and they should be careful, especially Keeper of the Light. If he gets hit by Concussive Shot plus a Lucky Shot, I think it's a guaranteed kill. Look at the damage.
Yeah, this is where I'm interested to see if they do shift farm priority back to Bone 7, or if they just keep the Pango going, farming as the priority in this lane. A big wave shoving their way in towards the Radiant Tier 1 top. A Save yet again scouted. Mastermind smoked up with Flash Undying just behind him. Save has double leaps, so they change target. They want the Invoker instead. This is such an unorthodox move, but he gets the chains off the Sleight of Fist. No one. Bloodright does connect, and that's him dead. Really nice gank from Mastermind, as long as he survives, which it looks like he is going to perfectly fine. VP have brought numbers in to try and get at least a cross kill here. Undying's a difficult one to grab, though. Tanky, beefy, nearly gets another decay off, but with that Illuminate, Solo secures it.
Legion Aura plus Orb of Venom more than enough to secure the kill, and Save just picked up a Regen Rune. Steals it from Ember Spirit, which is kind of big. Also Shrine is
also
popped. Oh.
Finds a D-Ward as well. Save will get rid of that obs. And Solo is here to come and reward this area for themselves. And PL gives up on top lane for now while he shrines. Can come back again if Solo decides to help him out. It looks like VP, though, instead of going back up top, they're trying to mount some kind of offense on this tier 1 down here. A TP in from Mastermind, still yet to hit level 6, but a massive amount of damage onto Solo. My goodness. Flash with that Soul Rip. What is it, level 2? Level 2 Soul Rip, destroying that Keeper of the Light.
And Undying is pretty high level. Level 4, 7 minutes in. Usually this hero is under-leveled. In this game, he's doing really fine. Bloodseeker has this Rupture ready again, if they want to make a move, but he needs someone to stop a TP.
Invoker rotating down south as well. No one wants to try and force this Catapult Wave into an objective take on that tier 1. Observer Ward down, Tornado forward. They catch the Flash. Undying now with the Cold Snap and the EMP popping. He's very low, but gets a Soul Rip off at the last second with his stick. Unfortunately turns around the wrong way and faces his demons as Virtus.pro. 4 men strong. They do get themselves an objective and a kill. They've got to come back and defend their mid lane tier 1, though.
The thing is, Vikings don't have any vision right now. 3 Observer Wards on Undying, and he also has no boots, just a Wind Lace, so he needs to get those wards out. Also, I want to see Skywrath Mage making a rotation. He's extremely strong right now.
The Tornado into Arrow mid, though. No one and Save. Finally, Save gets a beautiful Arrow lineup, and that's the setup they needed. Ember Spirit down, tower defended, kill gained. This is much more like the VP we know and love.
And it's going to be 8-minute Maelstrom on Pangolier.
Triple null, Windlace, Skywrath. You mentioned the Maelstrom now coming out for Cube. Phantom Lancer is back in the jungle. Completely giving up on that top lane with no help, with no teammates to save him. There is no need to be up there. So he continues his net worth ways up at the top of the pops, 3,700. Solo being chased by Flash, though. The turnaround by Resolution and Save. But that's a Rupture, Bloodright, Soul Rip combo, and that's Mirana dead to right. Solo should follow. Mastermind Remnant in on top. With no one out of mana, he EMPs back a little bit, but with that silence from Skywrath and maybe another one from the Bloodright, not quite clipping, though. They focus Resolution instead A beautiful chain of kills there for Viking as they get themselves a 3-for-1, and Coop is even looking for more. Rolls himself away and swashbuckles down to the low ground away from that Phantom Lancer. Just keeping tabs on him for now.
December Spirit doesn't have a point in Flame Guard. Just don't get it, so it can't get dispelled.
Just skip it, mate.
But I love the build on Bloodseeker. He went 1-4-2, 1-4-1 actually. So maxing out the Bloodright. This spell is so good. It's pure damage also, so...
What is it at level 4? 275 pure damage. 282.
That's before the Blood Rage.
Oh, yeah. Big damage. Triple tomes being purchased up. Everyone and their mothers getting that experience going. And no one now with Urn. He's hit level 8. This is where Invoker potentially looks to be a little more active. He's made one very nice rotation. He's managed to defend his tower for 10 minutes. Things are looking up for no one. And they're going to try again with a Tornado Arrow, but slight dodge by Mastermind. Very quick on his feet and quick on his fingers. And Cube just trying to keep Resolution at bay. You can't really stop him farming. But you should get a good amount of farm trade yourself. And here's the rotation. This is what no one needs to do. This is...
Yeah, he wants to get that charge on Urn of Shadows. Then he can get the solo kill with it.
And Pango's a pretty big kill. If they can find Cube in the trees, Swashbuckle level 3 and the Rolling Thunder, he's going to use it as well. He rolls in with the help of Sky. They've got the silence and the damage, but they don't expect the backstab. Catching out the Sky with a Tornado into Arrow. They've allowed Resolution to stay alive, and down goes Bone 7. But the Blood right on to Rezo now with a TP away. He might survive. Oh, the Flash Decay does take him down. And sprinting forward, Frost is caught by the Will-O-Wisp. Solo Blinding Light, but there's 4 Viking heroes all converging onto Mirana's location, leaping past the trees and leaving Solo as Viking break his knees. 2 heroes down, Virtus.pro. They've got to retreat back to their shrine, TP in more, and they might be able to catch Cube in time. They do get an additional kill. Well, Flash is left all on his lonesome. Absolutely left all alone by Viking. And poor Undying will meet his fate.
There was no follow-up.
No.
Mastermind is extremely strong, but he needs to have mana and Urn of Shadows plus Cold Snap more than enough to bring him down. Also, there was a bit of a mistake from Skywrath Mage. He was waiting too long to use ulti on Omni Knight.
Yeah, I was wondering what was happening there. Bone 7 just didn't throw out that Mystic Flare. It took him a little too long. While this is all happening, this Phantom Lancer, he's happily farming. We've not really looked at Epileptic Kid much because he's been sat in the jungle mindlessly hitting creeps. Wraithband's up, Yasha now done. So his acceleration into this mid-game going to be pretty nice for Virtus.pro. They're farming well across the board. Solo trying to hold on and defend this top tier 1. A quick Blinding Light back, Illuminate again, but he has been whittled down as Frost will secure the last hit.
There's the Pango ulti. They have nothing that can stop Pangolier's ulti, so that's really good for Vikings. He can just do whatever he wants in a team fight. They need to bring a lot of dust because of Mirana's Moonlight Shadow and Invoker with the Invis, unless they're low HP and Bloodseeker can see them.
And they had a sentry, tried to bait them in, but Solo makes the call, draws a big circle on the map, telling his team to push out tier 1 mid, get into that Radiant jungle down south. And Solo should be warding and dewarding as they move in with Save and Solo. Get rid of that Viking vision. And Frost with Radiance queued up after the drums phase double Wraithband. So no Maelstrom, no BKB from him. We've seen a lot of Bloodseekers go rush BKB, then back into Mjolnir. Is the Radiance just to do that, deal with the PL for the most part? That's Cube. Star-stormed, but Save is the one that actually dies due to the silence and magic amp coming out of Bone 7. Cube surviving. The Urn? Oh, I spoke too soon. That was the very last tick.
Yeah, I mean, he has no magic stick. I feel like this is the item that you must have in Dota.
It is now queued. He's bought a Quelling Blade.
Yeah, what was your question again?
The Radiance on the Bloodseeker, is that just to deal with the Phantom Lancer? That's the main idea?
Yeah, I don't think they want to go for triple Maelstrom on their side, because you have Pangolier, who's a core, has one, Ember Spirit will build into one, and then the mischance against the illusions is great. So if he can keep up, I don't know if that's a correct choice. He can still swap things around if he feels that he needs to build a BKB and then go for Radiance. But if you can get away with Radiance as a first item, it always feels good.
Absolutely does. Increases your farm speed. The matchup against PL is exceptionally good, as no one throws out a cautionary Tornado EMP with a slight chains onto Mirana, though, an additional bounty rune. Oh, no, Mirana already had it. Never mind. Never mind. They do catch a kill, though. There's Rezo. Arcanes and Mech. Done and done as he hits that side shot. Plenty of sustain from your Omni Knight. Tier 1 mid being eyed up by Viking. Look at Mastermind just walking past tower, going into the trees. Again, they are scouting for anyone like this Keeper of the Light who may be lurking and looking to defend. You cannot defend against these guys. The gap close is so nice.
16 HP left on the Bloodseeker.
No way to catch him anymore. But yeah, Viking have so many ways to gap close. Bloodseeker move speed, Pango swashbuckle, Remnant slight chains from Ember Spirit. Sky is Usain Bolt. He's so fast. He's a speedy devil. And Virtus.pro. Resolution finds Cube there. A quick little bounce away as a two-man tornado. No one. He's been dusted. Can't Ghost walk away from these lads. The Blood Right won't hit, but the Rolling Thunder will. Another good chains. And the second hit from Cube comes in. Nice swashbuckled. Good damage, but no finishing blow. Mastermind doesn't really have the assets here to keep on going. And Cube, I think he's run out of time. Or maybe not. Soul Rip swashbuckled back. The gap close isn't here from VP.
No, when he's dying.
I was just talking about the move speed and maneuverability of Viking, and it's paying off for them. Frost, he's speedy. He's out of there. There's no catching him. Tornado will whiff, completely misses everyone. Epileptic Kid is still forward with Frost taking the lance. That illusion from the lance kills him off. The Phantom Lancer joins a fight and gets a kill. Flash will be the second casualty of war here for Viking.
That fight lasted for a minute, and the only one who died was Bloodseeker, now even undying. But you can see the power of Omni Knight. He used the heal and the mech just to heal up the Invoker, and
nice
they didn't
arrow.
fully commit once again.
Save finds Bone 7, and this should be another kill for Epileptic Kid. 9,000 net worth on your PL, 5-0-1. Your win condition is online at 17 minutes, and it doesn't feel like Viking have an answer. Even with Ember, even with Pango, Bloodseeker, they still need itemization. They need
they're
time.
not tanky enough. They're extremely squishy. You see, right now, Phantom Lancer is the strongest
look at this.
hero on the map.
They cut him off at the pass. Mastermind, he's got one more Remnant. It's a slow one back to the high ground. The chase ends now. Sorry, Lacoste.
Yeah, Phantom Lancer with the Diffusal Blade. These two supports are just gonna die. Once he gets that Manta Style, can get rid of the Silence, the Searing Chains, Lucky Shot. So he's gonna have a free time. Once he gets that Manta Style hard, he's gonna be unkillable.
That's the dream for PL players around the world. Nice D ward coming out from Flash. Solo has been an absolute pest in this game, especially with the wards, the D wards. And they do hold on to their tier 1 very nicely here, Viking. Flash all on his lonesome. 1 versus 3, 1 versus 5. VP bring everybody, their full arsenal of heroes and abilities to kill off an Undying. He will die, slowly but surely, tickled down by the PL illusions as the Blood Right Rolling Thunder looks for the Omni Knight. Silence Darby pops his mech, tries to heal back up as the Will-O-Wisp buys him time for another heal with a Purification, and now Virtus.pro, the full strength of their army becomes apparent. No one with Epileptic Kid just charge on forward. Frost is out of mana. He's got nothing left to give. The damage just flows on through. Epileptic Kid can't finish him off though. It looks so good for VP. The Tornado might just be able to clip him. Oh, do we have a Sunstrike? Do we have it? No, never mind, don't need it. He's got the damage just from that. And at the same time, Mirana found and picked by Cube and Mastermind. But VP have the Cold Snap, Spirit Vessel onto the Pango, and he's a goner. Wicked sick Phantom Lancer running rampant over Viking now.
You have this Phantom Lancer going in and causing K-Walk with the Doppelganger. You don't know which one is real, and focusing on Omninak in that fight, I don't think that was a good choice. Like, he is high level, 1700 HP with the hood. All he needs to do this game is just build into those tanky items, Guardian Greaves, Pipe, get Lotus Orb to get rid of the stuff on himself, the second to dispel, and this Phantom Lancer will have a good time, especially if Omni Knight is keeping an eye on him.
Yeah, I like the Lotus Orb idea. Lotus yourself out of silence or chains.
Great against the Bloodseeker's Rupture to remove the silence, chains.
And then you can make sure that Heavenly Grace is only on the PL. Keep him tanky, keep him strong, keep him safe. There's your Manta for the Phantom Lancer. 20-minute bounty rune spawning up. Tornado onto this Ember Spirit. Slowed down by the Cold Snap, and his advance will be ended. Viking, 4-man strong up top. Only get one bounty rune there, so a triple it looks like for Virtus.pro. Ember Spirit down bottom all alone. Pretty low HP and mana. He's got one remnant to jump to. The regen rune down bottom, that is a bit tasty. We'll see if he spots it out or gets it. But I think this game, Lacoste, VP just seem on. Someone's flicked a switch in their heads and said, you play Dota now? Oh, jeez. Mastermind's dead to the double fucking star. What? No!
Yeah,
that's not allowed.
That's the reason why Mirana is considered a top-tier pick, even after all the nerfs. She can solo kill, you have the vision from the arrow, you have ganking potential with the Moonlight Shadow. There's a lot of stuff that you can come back into the game with.
Moonlight Shadow onto no one. Oh, backstab from the rest of VP. Look at this, the long, wide angle in from the side. It is spotted though. Sentry down with vision up allows Bone7 to realize that his death is coming. Now, Soul Rip's there, but unfortunately Skywrath is an absolute goner, while PL with the Will-O-Wisp helping him out to control up. Cube and Flash. Down go the Pango. The Skywrath undying to follow. It's 3 in a row, and Virtus.pro are absolutely plowing through Viking right now.
I don't see Viking coming back into this game unless they start getting pickoffs. They use Pangolier ulti to engage. Also, Bloodseeker has enough money to buy Relic at the moment, but it's looking really rough for them.
And here's no one going wild. EMP onto poor little Frosty. Does he get the rupture? He's got the rupture off onto no one. The trouble is that arrow and the meatball on top of him will make sure he's dead. Save gets the tip from no one. There we go. That's the camaraderie we needed. That's the friendly banter. Not the Mirana is missing spam, but the well played. Good arrow.
Good point, Gary.
They've cheered up. They've cheered up.
They are extremely squishy right now, especially on the supports. Skywrath Mage, no escape mechanism. Same goes for Undying. So if he gets caught by either Invoker, who can solo kill them, or Phantom Lancer, it's going to be 4 versus 5. And Phantom Lancer, this is what I don't like to see. Like the thing you talked about, I'm feeling like a god, I can 1 versus 5. Yeah, you can, but you don't build into Basher as your third item.
That's an interesting one. Bone7, swift TP home after the silence onto no one. Gets himself back safe and sound.
In a close game, building items like this is game losing. Like this
Basher?
This is something that Ramses would never do.
Okay. We'll see exactly what happens. The Bloodseeker I saw had like 4.2k gold saved up not long ago, but a Yules into Arrow onto this Ember Spirit. Phantom Lancer's here with Diffusal Blade. Oh god, Mastermind, he's gonna get himself out with a haste. Thankfully has that up his sleeve. Dangerous prospect though, facing off against that Phantom Lancer even in a 1v1. Oh, yeah, Bloodseeker, what's his money situation like? I saw him saving up tons of
Still
cash
4K.
for that Radiance, and he's just not spending it, so he's running around with Wraithband drums. His 8.6k net worth it's actually 4k. Right now, his net worth item-wise is 4,000.
The question is, does he still go for Radiance there and gambles a little bit? Or does he build into BKB and they take a fight?
The perennial question. Does my carry buy BKB or does he buy Radiance?
Does my carry buy a Basher?
Or does my carry buy a Basher? Let's see, Phantom Lancer, he's got the Mithril Hammer, and he's got a courier coming out towards him. It is the full basher. We've got the Basherino on the Phantom Lancer. It's done. Can't take it back now. Roshan about to fall, though. Contest is coming from Viking. They are shifting over with Mastermind slighting into the pit. They get the intel they need. Let's see if he makes a jump at all. He can slight again. Find out what's happening inside. They know that Roshan isn't too low. They can't make a steal play just yet. Bot lane is shoving out towards Radiant side. Top lane looks like should be shifting Radiant direction as well. And there's the relic for Frost. Needs the recipe though, and that's problematic right now. He can't farm anywhere. Keeping that vision in the pit, Mastermind. He remnants away. Cube is in with a Rolling Thunder. Shield crashing over into the pit, but he's bashed by Roshan. He's got to roll himself out of this sticky spot. Swashbuckle off to the left-hand side. Flash and Bone 7 chasing no one down, but Rezo and Solo are here to help them out. And it's a good zoning EMP. And they focus down the Tombstone, thankful for that EMP of the Invoker. And Tornado clipping a Centaur on the way through, but the Yours up, Arrow not flying. Mastermind will walk it off. On the left-hand side, Flash is dropping to Illusions, but it's the Ember, the bigger kill that we need to focus on, and it's a double for Epileptic Kid. No buyback on your Ember. Bloodseeker has fallen, and I'm guessing he's got no Radiance and no money for it either.
Yeah, you can see them on the minimap. Bone 7 and Coupe just being on a different side of the map. They already ditched the team fight, especially after Coupe got bashed twice in a row by Roche. And that's Aegis for Epileptic Kid.
Does the basher make sense now?
Well, in this kind of scenario, where you are close to killing a Roche, yes.
He knows that is going to be his safety net, that Aegis.
We can see some top-tier players going for different kind of an item build. Do I need a BKB? But then you kill a Roche, and then you see them switching to a different item build, which is the correct choice.
Absolutely right.
If you can pull it off with Aegis, it always feels great.
Using Aegis as that kind of defensive item almost. Yeah. Bloodright gonna hit there on Epileptic Kid. Healed up and saved by the Omni. Guardian Angel coming out now. And Cube's Rolling Thunder. It does a decent amount of harassment and irritation to VP, but not damage. And Epileptic Kid is just clearing up. Flash gone, Frost follows, buys back, no Radiance for him. 1,000 gold away from it, as he was 200 off before his death just now, and things are falling apart for Viking. The silence up, but the Manta out. Epileptic Kid silenced again. They've not got any more saves until he doppelgangers down to the low ground, thanks to the Heavenly Grace. That status resistance, absolutely beautiful on the Phantom Lancer.
Yeah, Spirit Vessel plus Omni Knight, keeping him alive. Guardian Greaves will be ready in a second.
He's straight back in. One hit to that tier 3. Frost trying to keep them at bay with the Blood Rights, but he's been found. The bash after Diffusal Blade. Tornado and Sunstrike from no one will clip him, and Frost has died back. 75 seconds without your BS, and Phantom Lancer's going absolutely wild under your tier 4s. Mystic Flare's good from Bone 7, but is it good enough? With the heal sustain, they keep Epileptic Kid alive yet again. How is this PL allowed to go in and out like that? That is ridiculous.
Omni Knight just taking good care of the kid. Omni Knight's the daddy in this game.
Daddy Rezo. I wouldn't say no. They've caught, they've killed, a Mastermind, unfortunately, down for 40 seconds.
Yeah, this game feels over. You have Bloodseeker, who bought back in the previous fight, doesn't even have Radiance finished, and now he died after that. His item progression is non-existent.
I can't wait to get my second star.
Why is that?
Because I said that no one would have Invoker and go wild.
I don't think that's how it works.
He's gone wild! I said it, so it's happened. I get my second star now. See, look, they're chat wheeling. Look at how different this VP is. Look at how different this VP is when no one is able to do stuff. They're even diving Fountain. Good game's called. They know it's over. 12-32, a 26,000 net worth lead for Virtus.pro, and they tie things up. I didn't think I'd be saying this today, but VP tie things up with Viking 1-1 in that 2-game series. We'll jump back to the panel as this game's over.